Hi, it's Richard from RevenueReportCard.com, and what I'd like to do today is do a simplified view of a side-by-side financial statement, looking at three different scenarios. It could be a hotel, it could be a cruise ship, or it could be an airline. Here we can see different applications of segments side by side. Let's today call it a hotel. Hotel A, B, and C. In Hotel A, this revenue team has brought 4% in the flash sale, and so on and so forth down the line in OTA, opaque OTA, 16%, wholesaler receptive operator through FIT contracts, 20%, and you can work your way down and see the revenue mix that was created. Now, I'm going to do two separate screencasts. In this particular screencast, we're going to show the hotels all with a $10 million gross room revenue. Okay? Now, I think that it's a simple way to look at it, but the next screencast is going to put more of an actual spin on it, and that is going to be to reflect what actually is going to come in if we use all these channels, because we know Groupon will have a lower ADR than, let's say, the rack rate in other of our channels. So I want to do this because I think it's a good exercise to really do the comparison side by side, apples to apples. So in Hotel B, you can see they don't put any in flash sales, don't put any in OTA, opaque, and you can see that the majority of their sales are coming through the website and coming through repeat guests and group. Okay, Hotel B, I'll jump ahead to tell you, Hotel B is the optimal revenue management, and that's going to be what we compare it to. In Hotel C, we can see that we have a small amount of flash sales, a tremendous amount of OTA, sometimes hotels will do this, a tremendous amount of wholesaler, and a sprinkling of the remainder of the channels. So what we can see that is that the customer is paying $10 million in Hotel A, but the cash in the bank is $8,276,000, which leaves $1,724,000 on the table. So there's a 17% difference. Hotel B, which is our optimal hotel, $10 million will put $8,904,000 in the bank. The spread is 11%, so we're leaving $1,096,000 on the table. And Hotel C, which is the greatest variation, or the greatest amount in margin, I'm sorry, and we have $10 million coming in, $7,787,000 is going into our bank, leaving $2,213,000 that'll be taken by one of the vendors, or all the vendors, I should say, or 22%. Okay, so the effective rate here is 82%, which would be a B score if you watched the screencast before. 89%, almost an A, very close to being an A score, and 77.9, which would be a C score. It could be even less of a score if these numbers are even greater in our more expensive channels. And as I do hate to say this, but it is true, and we see now that a lot of revenue managers that are really front desk managers, and nothing wrong with front desk managers, so please don't take it this way, but people who are not trained are not optimizing revenues correctly, and so sometimes we get lazy and we'll use these channels more than we should. Listen, the goal is, if you open a hotel, you probably want to put about 32% of your business in what we call base business, which may be airline, could be wholesale receptive, and what you want to do is slowly come down on that number and depend more on our channels such as websites as we build our reputation and exposure. So you can see here that the additional cash comparing A to B is $628,000, so there's a difference of 6.3%, and the additional cash when we compare B to C hotels is $1,117,000, or 11% difference. The next screencast, and I'm going to break these up into screencasts, we're going to divide this into a financial statement. So on the next screencast, you'll be able to see the effect that the above had on our financial statement. Thank you for watching. This is Richard from Revenue Report Card. Thank you.